are live. We're back with another episode of the Not Your Heroes podcast. We have returned. I am not talking like William Shatner, I swear.
Definitely not.
William Shatner has arrived up the street. I am here to fix Fallout as well as Star Trek.
It sounds more like you've had some sort of aneurysm.
Rain
Okay.
fevers are gone and got me down.
Well, let's get everything put in place because I am actually not set up properly.
You never said it properly. You're just a
But normally I'm pretty good. Normally I'm pretty good. Huh?
Uh-huh. You know.
Why now do you not want to do what I want you to do?
The audience knows that you're not.
I know nothing. I know not what they do.
Send that. There you go, Jax. There's your job for this week. Send that to people.
I am not sending that to anyone. I need to have good security things. So just no, I'm not sending anything you send me to anyone else.
Look,
For legal reason.
I don't send you porn.
Again.
That was one time. I got bored.
Mm-hmm.
It was one time. I was bored, and I needed to murder someone.
That is a joke, by the way.
Wait, we're supposed to be joking?
Just in case the wife's listening. But anyway, we have had a fun week.
We have.
I guess there's been a lot of stuff going on.
There's been a lot of stuff going on. Some that made me very happy today. The news that made me happy before we get to the subject of today's podcast, because today's podcast is Fallout. We're going to talk about Fallout. I apologize, but the spoilers are spoiler warning. There will probably be spoilers for the Fallout series because we have watched the latest 2 episodes, and oh my god, it is so fun.
Oh, actually, can we just pause this for a second so I can watch the last episode, and I'll be right back.
What?
I'm just gonna go watch it now.
Uranium. You're the one asking me, telling me about not watching the last episode, and you're the one who hasn't watched the last episode. What the fuck, Jax?
Yeah, I'm terrible like that. I'm
fucking useless. I think the audience should boo Jax.
I knew I was forgetting something.
And how can you not? You have watched it because we both were singing the fucking song from it.
I know, but it's funnier to pretend that I haven't and listen to you absolutely lose your mind.
Yeah, I did see the latest episode.
Yeah, it's been, I'm a fan. I mean, I really do like the show. I know there are some critics from the gameplay community on it, but I definitely have been enjoying it. I've got to say as we literally just saying before we started, my only argument with especially the second series is the Vault Dweller storylines not being that fun. And that's because the really fun pairings of Vault Dwellers have now gone. Lucy's out and about, her brother's out and about, her brother's friend is just sort of stuck there. But yeah, it just all seems to be about incest and jelly.
Look. The Vault. To be fair, it's a Vault. What do you expect them to talk about other than incest and jelly? I mean, come on here.
No one's talking about the red roach races I tried to start up.
Look, the red roaches. Have we actually seen a red roach properly yet?
Yes. We've seen a couple.
Oh yeah, they were in the episode when Titus got stuck in his armor.
Yeah,
that was funny.
And they were in last week's episode as they attack the wandering trader, and he has to stab it because he's dancing around happily, and then the next scene is
him
having to stab the thing in the neck.
The red roach attack. I thought it was a bloatfly that attacked
and then
him.
Of course. No, it might be. I thought it was a red roach, but it could be. It's a red roach.
I'm just waiting for a Cazador to show up. That's what, because we're in New Vegas. Where the fuck's the Cazadors?
I think the only thing we're getting as a big this. I'm very happy for it.
Look, we got a Death Claw. I'm happy. I got to see the Death Claw, and it was an alpha fucking Death Claw.
Mhm.
I'm being told it's Ron
So
Perlman, by the way, not Josh Brolin.
it's but they've got the same voice.
They sound exactly the same.
They sound exactly the same. To be fair, it makes more sense it being Ron Perlman, seeing as though for years Ron Perlman was the voice of Fallout. So
Yeah.
he was the "War Never Changes" guy. So it makes sense. And actually, if you look, it does look more like Ron Perlman. Like
I
they've
need,
sculpted it around his face.
I need to relook at that Super Mutant. Because to me, I was like, is that Thanos? Or is that Ron Perlman? I couldn't tell which one it was. And I saw the face and just, that was like Green
Honestly,
Thanos. That's the
honestly,
problem.
I honestly thought it was Josh Brolin. Um, so you're not wrong. It did sound exactly like Josh Brolin doing Thanos, but that sounds like Ron Perlman, I guess.
It's Ron Perlman, yeah. We're both wrong in the Super Mutant. But I still can't believe we got a first generation Super Mutant, not a second gen. Do you know why the second gens are so dumb, by the way?
Because they weren't created with help of the Master.
No. So the reason the Super Mutants, the first generation Super Mutants, are so smart and were so organized, right, is because they're
Yeah.
mutated from Vault Dwellers who weren't irradiated. Whereas the second generation are mutated from Wastelanders. Turns out the radiation fucks with the way that the virus interacts with people.
Not really, yeah. But
So it's like,
yeah, okay.
so it's kind of like a weird thing
There was,
of
for some reason, I thought that they got some sort of mental ability from being connected to the Master, but maybe I guess I'm
no,
wrong.
it's actually like first generation Super Mutants were made from Vault Dwellers, which is why they
Yeah.
is one of the reasons they're more intelligent. Whereas second generation are made from the Wastelanders, and the Wastelanders are hi, welcome to us talk about Fallout. And second generation Super Mutants are made from Wastelanders, and the radiation when you're already irradiated, then given the FEV, it doesn't turn out the same. It's weird. Also, the best Super Mutant in the entire franchise is still Forks from Fallout 3.
See, I prefer Strong.
I prefer Forks. Forks is better. Forks is the head bitch in charge.
That's why I honestly think this one might be Strong, but we'll
We
find
don't.
out.
It's just Super Mutant.
Yeah.
But I'm just happy we got an actual cool Super Mutant.
We did. We got one. We've had. We've been pretty lucky actually.
Also,
I mean,
Strong isn't
one
Strong the New
thing,
Vegas. Isn't Strong the Strong's the Fallout 4 Super Mutant. It can't be Strong. Strong's stupid.
Strong wasn't stupid, was
Yes, Strong is stupid. Strong is a
Who's,
the Fallout 4 one isn't
there was,
Strong.
there was no.
Fallout New Vegas one
I'm
is
thinking of one from Fallout 3. You meet two
the one that Fallout 3
different
is
ones. You find
Forks.
there's the one you find as a companion
Yep, Forks.
in the tubes. But there is another one that's walking around, and you meet him, and he's like a traveling one. You can't have him as a companion. What was his name? That's the one I'm thinking of. I thought his name was Strong.
No, Strong's the one from Fallout 4.
Oh. Well. Okay. Anywho, it's fun to have all these characters in. Weirdly enough, I've got a feeling
Uncle Leo.
the next series. Huh?
Uncle Leo.
Okay.
That's his name, Uncle Leo.
Tourette's thing, or
No, that's his name.
Okay.
Uncle Leo. He
I
was
don't
the
know.
rare
Honestly, I
non-hostile
don't
super
know.
mutant encountered, randomly known as the Super Mutant Philosopher.
Fair enough. I do know. I remember meeting him. I do. I don't. I thought. Okay. Yeah, I definitely don't remember anyone called Uncle fucking Leo in Fallout.
You can find him. He's wandering Vault 87 Super Mutant that the Lone Wanderer may meet in the Super Mutant Philosopher random encounter. It's a random encounter that can show up. I don't think he shows up as Leo. I think he just shows up as super mutant philosopher, but he tells you his name is Uncle Leo, basically.
Very long time since I've been heavily hitting that game. Um, yeah, it's one thing. Like I said, that for the next season, I know we talked about what might be happening in the next series, um,
Wow.
speculating wise, but I'm wondering if what we're getting now is the desert monsters. These are the monsters we can see in the land and the wilderness. I'm wondering if the next one we're going to get is going to be more coastal, which means we'll then be getting the effects budget being spent on Mirelurks and Mirelurk Kings,
I want to see a
which
Mile.
would be
I want to see
great.
a Mile Queen. I want to see the Mile Queen, and I want to see Milurks again. I am. I am loving the fact that the subtle nod to one of the quests from Fallout New Vegas was the casino the Deathclaws emerged from.
But
Because Fallout New Vegas has a quest where for that casino, the Gamora, you go and get one of the owners of the Gamora a Deathclaw egg because she wants to tame it for the live fights under the casino. The death fights. She wants a Deathclaw for it, and then that's where the Deathclaw nest is. And I'm like, did they just subtly nod that we gave her the egg? And it may or may not be the courier's fault that the Deathclaws took out the strip.
and as we all agree, giving a random nutcase in the wilds a Deathclaw egg for a fighting competition is good. It's a good idea.
It's a good idea. Let's do this. I love New
Top
Vegas.
mark.
New Vegas is forever the best Fallout game, in my opinion.
It's definitely one of the best ones.
I love that I love that they actually didn't go all silly with when they brought the Legion in. I like that they didn't do the thing that I was scared they were kind of going to do when they brought them in this season. I was scared the Legion were going to be still unified after Kaiser. They would have changed the fact that Kaiser had a brain tumor and have him still be leading the Legion.
Mm-hmm.
I
No,
love
they were actually very good.
I love that they did exactly what everyone knew was going to happen. He dies. The Legion's going to fracture into who should be the new Caesar. Yeah, no, not in the talks.
Actually, yeah, I know.
There are Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas are both being remastered. That's already been announced. Bethesda have a countdown at the minute that ends suspiciously on the day that Fallout, the last episode of this season airs, which everyone has taken to mean, are they just going to shadow drop New Vegas and Fallout 3 on that day immediately? They're out.
Well, there are a number of possibilities and speculation. So yes, there is that information.
Or they're announcing
also,
Fallout 5.
because as we've talked about earlier today, before this, we actually talked before this. You said,
Did we talk?
The events of this series is going to directly lead into the next game. So it is possible because Bethesda is known to do stuff like this. We get to the end of this season, and then they're going to say, by the way, tomorrow afternoon you can buy Fallout 6.
Fallout
5. Yeah, sorry. Elder Scrolls 6, Fallout 5.
Yeah. I don't think they'll do that. I think Fallout 5 won't be shadow dropped. I think Fallout 5 they will do a full on hype train for it, like they did with the others.
I mean, how much more hype can you get than a TV show that's actually getting really
all
good
I hope
reviews?
if they do the game and they've managed to keep Fallout 5 under wraps for this long, I just hope that the reason that this is meant to lead into it, that the characters from this show are going to show up as either companions or as NPCs for like a quest. Just so voiced by the actors, and I full well if they made them companions, what they should have just done is just give your character the lines you think they would have to reactions to certain things. We're not going to give you a script, just you do the character and just let the actors have a bit of fun with it. Because Ella Pennell would just be full on doing Lucy's thing for that. The new engine they're using is that Bethesda is now just using the Unreal Engine instead of their own engine for shit. They've kind of just switched over to using Unreal because I think I think it's either that or they've got a new version of their own engine, but I know that the New Vegas and the Fallout 3 remasters are being made by the same company that remastered Oblivion. They've got them to remaster them both, so... No, they're not bugs, they're called features.
When it comes to Bethesda, it's a feature.
No, there. What
Um,
do you mean less
and
bugs? There needs to be more bugs in like Bethesda games. I mean,
in
I need to be able
in
to walk up
some
the fucking side
cases,
of a cliff on the back of my horse,
yeah, and
defy the laws of gravity.
in some cases, the feature you're going to get is that you can only look at a 45-degree angle from your character.
Exactly. Or the feature that you're going to
Or
get
in
is,
one case, I had where for some reason, like my character literally had eyes on the back of their head. Um, and just happened I could now only see out the back of my character's head, no matter where they were going. It became confusing as fuck.
oh yeah,
Um, because you can't open doors with your ass. You have to then go up to a door. Basically, my character was walking everywhere, doing everything backwards, and then having to turn around, go into that, hope I'd hit a vital thing, come out again, and run around backwards. Great game.
uranium fever's gone and got me down. I'm stuck in my
That
head all
really
day.
has got stuck in your head, hasn't it?
It has. Uranium fever has been in my head all day. Can't get rid of it.
Weird enough, that is the problem with uranium.
It does get stuck in your head.
It does get stuck in unfortunate places.
Uranium fever. It's gone and got me down. I forgot that the Mariposa base originally was a super mutant base in, the original.
I believe something like that. It was when the, um, yeah. I think that's because that's where the Brotherhood of Steel start up because they find out what they're doing with people there.
Uh,
That was at Mariposa.
by the way, did you not notice the? So, by the way, um,
By the way,
did you know that? Did you not notice the Deathclaw at the start of the last episode? The way its horns were.
no.
That wasn't an adult.
Well, the one at the very beginning of the episode, the one that uh he has to fight
Well, he has to run away
is
from.
or run away from. But you know what I mean? Yeah. Oh, you mean one at the end of the episode, not the one at the beginning, not the one where Coop's in his uniform,
No, no.
in
Yeah, the
his
one at the end. The one at the
armor.
end isn't an adult. Do you know how you know it's not an
Oh yeah,
adult?
yeah, yeah.
Because that's a legendary Deathclaw.
Okie dokie.
I hope people only notice this by looking at the horns and when that's a legendary. Oh shit. That's a juvenile legendary Deathclaw, meaning that thing gets bigger. It's like, oh crap. Yeah, it's a weird thing. The horns on a Deathclaw change depending on what type of Deathclaw, and it's a legendary Deathclaw. It's like, crap.
It's your baby.
Oh shit. That's a baby legendary, which means, oh shit. I love Deathclaws.
You gotta
Deathclaws are.
love it when that happens.
I love Deathclaws. They are one of my favorite villains in like the whole of Fallout. I want to get Zorn and Zarn to be, made canon again and to be brought back, and we to meet them like their descendants, and have.
Weird enough, I do think that's what we're getting. Honestly, I think something like that is going to be the
I
case
think
here.
Bethesda's going to finally go. I know my slightest details is, of course, I'm that invested. I literally played. I've played Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 3 and Fallout 4 for, I think, hundreds of hours each. I've explored every
Yeah,
part of all three worlds. I am.
they're fun games.
They are tough fun games. The thing is, I'm going to say this is an honest thing about Oblivion, right? You know how Oblivion got shadow dropped, came out, the remaster of it, right? I only played
Yeah.
it for like 2 weeks. I went back to Skyrim straight afterwards and just started playing Skyrim again. And I realised it's because,
Yes,
as much as I love Oblivion, and it is one of my, like have fond and amazing memories of it from my childhood and everything about it. It's because, in all honesty, Oblivion's leveling system sucks. I hate it. I actually genuinely hate Oblivion's leveling system.
Not just that, I would argue, and I've actually have argued this in the past with people, that is they kind of managed to hit what is the ultimate goal for one of those games. Is that it made it made fantasy creation almost infinite. You know, you could be whatever kind of character you wanted to be, literally just by doing those things. Which we've become we've become very blasé about this now in games because it wasn't a common thing. Like I said, the whole leveling up system was intriguing, was so innovative and so futuristic. And the same goes with the gameplay. You know, it was a massive open world expanse that you could explore, but it wasn't empty. There was life everywhere. There was activity everywhere. And by that, I don't mean like wherever you went, there was a mission. I mean, like you walking, there
You're
would
lagging.
be. Sorry,
There you go. You
give
can talk
myself a
again.
second to come back.
It's when you
Um,
speak, get animated and speak too fast. I think
yes.
you don't come through the microphone. Your mic
Um,
starts lagging.
like I said, I don't mean that there was extra mission or there were massive things going on all the time, but sometimes you would find a fishing pole, a basket, and a trail of blood.
Yeah,
See?
it was just there, or you just wander off in a
Yeah.
random direction in like Oblivion or in like old school Oblivion or in like Fallout and just randomly walk into a bunch. Not like in other games where you walk like. I'll say this: the biggest perpetrator, in my opinion, is playing Far Cry. Far Cry
Uh-huh.
2 decided to transition from was the first Far Cry that transitioned from a linear game to an open world game, right? But the open world in Far Cry 2 was a little bit shit. Like it was, I would
Mhm.
travel. You would basically only be traveling from on the road. You get to a base. The base has enemies, but like the wild wilderness doesn't. Far Cry 3 started adding shit into the wilderness. You'd have bits where you're wandering from like one location to the next, and then you get attacked randomly like a fucking animal or something. Cool, that's a bit more interesting, a bit more fun. But when we first played, for example, Far Cry 2 came out, I was like, oh, that's quite cool as an open world game. But then like Oblivion dropped, and it was like Oblivion was, as you said, it's an open world game, but the world was quite literally like alive in some senses because they
Yeah.
had the whole thing of NPCs had like little randomized stuff they could do. Like you could have an NPC that would go on a walk from one town to the next in the original Oblivion. I don't I think that's one thing that got unfortunately removed in the remaster. But there is an NPC in Oblivion that's house is in you know the steward that lives in one of the towns, right?
Yeah, and his job is like 4 towns away.
No, his house is in Breville, where she lives. She's in like Bruma, on opposite sides. She will die every game by the end of the first day.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: on the off chance she does not die, your game will soft lock because the
Okay.
house that she has does not exist. So
Ah,
when she
she's trying to
try,
cut into content.
yeah, it's because during an error they accidentally gave her house coordinates to her is in Breville, but it's not. It's in Bruma where she works, basically.
Yeah.
But the game glitches out, and the nav mesh for it is in the other is where it used to be. Because originally they were going to put some like characters had houses in other cities, so they would travel between the cities during the day.
Yeah.
To generate a bit more of a living world. And unfortunately, if she doesn't die by the end of the first day, she ends up killing your like that save is gone. You can't reload that save.
If she doesn't die, you die.
But it's an hilarious little thing, just like it's Bethesdaism. But I'm like, I'm glad they didn't. I'm glad that they didn't have it that house changed in the remaster. She still and she still dies by the end of the first day. She still has that whole thing where she has to die by the end of the first day, or the game soft locks, because they didn't want to change
Huh.
anything. Bethesda told them they're not allowed to change anything about the game. They even recreated bugs in the Unreal Engine just so those bugs existed that existed in the original Oblivion existed in the Unreal 5 remake of Oblivion. That's the attention to detail they went with for that game. And I am like, I'm glad you did this because you understood the assignment. People didn't want to play a new game; they wanted to play the original game, new graphics, and you even recreated the bugs. Like they had to code some of those bugs into the game itself because the Unreal Engine wouldn't, doesn't trigger them naturally because it's a different engine. But back on default though, is this entire season, I will say this: I absolutely loved the Brotherhood scene with the four different Brotherhood houses, and then Xander showing up from the Commonwealth Brotherhood. I hear
Yeah,
we're
yeah, yeah.
discussing a civil war. I guess my invitation got lost in the mail. I'm just like, I like the sheer, just like, yeah, you guys know we can take all of you out. It's like, you
Mhm.
guys think we can take all of you out, and then to him revealing to Titus in when later in the episode when they go off on their little excursion, that reality the Commonwealth is failing against someone. Doesn't mention who. They're losing a war for some reason. But for the Commonwealth, Brotherhood, and Maxim to still exist, Fallout 4's canon ending is the Brotherhood wins, meaning the Institute has been
Uh-huh.
destroyed. Who the hell is fighting the Brotherhood if they're losing to someone else out there? Because the rest of that
But
wasteland
we're
area
kind
would
of
probably not deal with them. Because the Minutemen, they'd probably be
yeah.
like, "We'll get along with you guys. You can just patrol the patrol Boston and just be the peacekeeping force, and we'll work with you." Because they were the ones that were willing to work with the other city, with all the different people in Fallout 3.
Hmm.
But yeah, I love Titus. By the way, that was the perfect. In the bit at the end of the episode, when he's going back, when
Yeah,
he's
I know
talk,
the big. Joe, I nearly messaged you those exact bits because I know exactly what you're gonna say.
what I'm saying.
It's the fuck. Hello.
No, no, not that part. It's the when he's speaking
Okay.
to the scribe, the guy who's in charge. I forget his name,
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
and he's like, he was going to
Oh,
kill some kids. We're talking about
yes, and he
Fallout.
was like
He was gonna kill some kids, so I killed him. And then kids, and it's like you can see that in the, but he's like, yes, you did the right thing. Just,
abominations.
and then he says they were ghouls, and I'm like, that is a player character picking the wrong dialogue option. If I've ever
Yeah.
seen one in a fucking show, that is the player character picking the wrong option in the dialogue.
To be fair though, that's exactly what Titus is. He's always picked. He's the player that we've mentioned before. He's the guy that goes straight for the power armor because he's seen the
Yeah,
glitch to get it really easily. Doesn't really know these type of games. It is now literally just that's got to be the best option, right?
yeah. he's
It's
also
the way it's
he's the heart of gold character.
even
That's
the
like,
way he says it.
yeah, he's the guy that
Even
just doesn't want to be
they
mean
were
to anyone as well. If you pay
ghouls.
attention, he's the guy that's like, I'm playing this game. I don't want to be mean to the NPCs. I feel bad
Yeah,
about it. That's why he doesn't want to. That's why he's like, I don't want to kill the kids, and he's like, he thinks he's doing the right thing. He's the guy who's not read any of the
yeah,
law, really. If you think about it, he's like, I don't know what, I don't. I just do the right thing that I would do in this situation. Why are you all trying to kill me all of a sudden?
yeah. It's
You, the,
like when you look at
whereas Lucy is the
can't remember.
role player who is playing like, it's like Lucy is is that role player that's like, I'm playing my character. I'm the new player getting used to the game. I'm role playing my vault dwelling. She quite literally is a
Mhm.
vault dweller. Just I also drugged up Lucy from um, the episode before this
Was
one.
funny.
Fucking brilliant. I loved her. She was just like, just the fact that she went from being, I'm not killing anyone, to Lucy that's addicted to drugs and immediately takes out all those ghouls without even thinking about it. And you're like, they're just ghouls. I'm like, for fuck's sake,
Yeah,
Lucy. It's just,
and it's uh,
I love
but
it.
I just yeah, there was a lot of that I did find incredibly funny, if I'm honest. Um,
Oh.
Especially, she's like, "Oh, have you got a cigarette?" It's like one thing at a time.
One addiction at a time. Just I love it. One addiction at a time. Oh my god, I love it. I love the fucking way Ella Pennell plays that character. She is. I am so glad that she just went. No, I didn't listen to the executive producer who told me not to play the games, so I didn't need to play them, and I played the games and then
Mhm.
played my character like I would like a Vault Dweller. I realized which Vault Dweller she kind of plays. I can't remember her name, but the blonde one from Fallout 3.
Yeah, the friend.
Yeah, she's basically. I realized she's basically that character. She's played that basically that character in a sense
Yeah,
of just in her own style. As I'm like, yeah, she's literally the Vault Dweller, and I love it because it's the naivete of being. I'm from this happy-go-lucky Vault world with.
yeah. They don't know
Oh,
what the outside is.
also
Of course, this is perfect.
the reality of them revealing um in this episode that they knew which chips would fail, so they could decide which vaults to run the
That
experiment.
I found very fun.
I like
Um,
that. That is a very clear
but
reference to why the chips failed in the first in that triggered everything from Fallout 1. Why then in Fallout 2 requiring the GEC. It's like I've realised that this you just literally set in motion the reason why those two games happened with like some
but
nuttles.
not only that, it's like also the fact that they're going for exactly the same storyline as well in Vault 33.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's like I find that quite funny. Um, but yeah, it is the case of
Those two vaults are going to
well,
descend into Civil War.
there's a 33% chance, there's a 33% failure rate, but we know the failure rate before we know which ones have failed before we put the chips in. It was like that makes it psychotic.
Yeah.
I was just like, that's great.
Well, it makes fits with the whole vault tech. We're just doing these experiments. We just use this as an excuse to put experiments on everyone, on the vault dwellers.
Yeah,
I mean, come on. There's the
yeah.
whole vault where they were turning everyone communist. We got to see. We finally got to see the communist vault because that's the missing vault in
I
that vault. By the way, was
yeah,
meant to be in New Vegas. It was cut content. That's the cut vault
okay,
from New Vegas that was cut from it.
interesting.
So we actually got the cut vault from New Vegas in the show, which is kind of nice. We finally
It,
got revealed what it did. Well, out of everyone in the show, right now it's what's his face from the Brotherhood, the one that basically wants to kill Titus because Hank's an idiot. He's deplorable. He's doing what he wants to do, but I also see Hank's reasoning for doing what he wants to do is he's lived in a vault for this long. He's come from the old world, which was kind of ordered. Everyone did a job. Everyone just went about their day and did their jobs. You know what I mean? And then he's thrust into a world of chaos, and he doesn't want to lose his daughter, and he basically thinks that he's doing the best thing for his daughter, but he's not morally doing the best thing. He just thinks he's doing what's right for Lucy, to give Lucy a safe world. That's what he wants to do, because it's basically his big original mission has been corrupted by the fact that he's had kids in this that he didn't expect, and it's he's basically been basically it's corrupted his original mission with his need to be a good dad basically. And I can't remember the elder in the show. I can't remember his fucking name.
Yeah, I'm having difficulty remembering it right now.
I love Thaddeus though. Thaddeus is fucking awesome. I love him. Thaddeus is brilliant. I
Oh,
love him so much right now.
well, I think Crystal can't be.
Hmm?
So I have a feeling he might be a Maxim, but he can't be.
He's not a Maxim. He's a scribe.
Uh, we could easily look it up, but we're not going to. That's the fun part.
Yeah, Maximus is who we keep calling Titus for some reason.
Uh, because he That's how they originally introduced him, if you remember, when he was because I think he wasn't his guy Titus,
Yeah,
Titus,
yeah, that's who he
and
was.
he had to
That's who
pretend to be him for ages.
yeah, he did have to
Yeah.
pretend to be him. Cleric Felix, that's his. No, not Felix. Is not his name. What's his fucking name?
Hmm.
I forget. I'm trying to find the name of the scribe. He's a cleric, basically. He's the high. He's the because they're the only brotherhood led by the clerics. If you pay attention to all the brotherhoods, oh, what fake house? It makes sense. House was always secretive, and then there's actual house. House is dead. There's a bullet through his chamber. Did you notice that subtle detail, Jax?
Mm.
In the end credits, not this episode, it's the last episode. People try to say, some people try to say that, oh, I heard on Reddit the artwork's not canon because that's what some goon on Reddit has said, that not the artwork isn't canon. Basically, at the end of the episode, but Bethesda's never said anything to the sort that the artwork is not canon. Basically, it's the same class thing as people try because they don't like that the series is basically different from what their head canon was. You know, for what's happened in what
Yeah.
that they're so mad at it, going, why they don't do this specifically? Because I also understand why they've not done the tunnels in the Honest Hearts DLC stuff. You know, like the DLC, why the tunnels haven't destroyed New Vegas and stuff.
Yeah.
To me, it's because it was paid DLC that wasn't part of the base game,
Yeah. That's very possible.
and that's possibly why they've done it. It's like they've done it that way probably so they don't have the whole, you know, ah, so they don't.
Well, I mean,
We don't mind. We could. I can see the chat at the minute, but we don't. But in regards to it's like because not everyone back when New Vegas came out and Fallout 3 came out, because that was still technically, in my opinion, the kind of early days of downloadable content. Before we had the whole culture where we kind of have now, where you kind of buy if you love a game, you buy every DLC for it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It was still the early days where people just didn't buy DLC that a lot of the time. They just kind of played a game through once, a lot of single player games through once, and never played it again. Because a lot of
Also, well, here's the thing: DLC really for um consoles as well, which is where this was a massive hit.
hmm
Um, wasn't common. Um, to the point where DLC for consoles was usually just sold on an extra disc. Um, for instance, weird enough, with the first Fallout DLCs, all of those for the Fallout 3, all of them came on an extra disc that you had to then buy, put it in, and then it would load the information onto your Xbox. The only one that didn't happen to was Mothership Zeta, because their boxes came with download code. Because between I can't remember what it was before Mothership Zeta, between those 2 points, internet was actually became a lot faster, a lot cheaper. So it made more sense to actually start selling stuff digitally. And that's when things went more digital and more easily accessible. Because you've got to remember, for a lot of people, you wouldn't have been able to get that DLC if your local game store doesn't stock DLC discs, because they weren't, anyone could buy a Fallout 3 disc, but not everyone is going to want or be able to buy a Fallout 3 DLC disc. So there was a lot of drop off. I actually have um, Broken Steel and was Point Lookout free?
it's by the way, it's
Or
Quintus.
is the and Broken Steel
It's
on
it's
disc?
Elder Quintus, by the way.
Okay, okay.
I finally found the fucking name after searching while you were discussing all that. I apologize. I was like, the
That's
name's
okay.
fucking bugging me. My brain was like, what's his fucking name?
But yeah, um, you really broke my stride there.
It's not hard. Elder Cleric Quintus. Yeah, because it's their chapter's weird because they're led by the religious. What do you mean the ghoul? The ghoul is awesome. I love the ghoul. The ghoul is like my favorite fucking character. I've been loving.
Walter Goggins is
He's,
awesome in anything he does,
he is.
and in this series in particular, he has done.
He's outdone himself. Jack's just said in his robot voice. By the way.
Outdone.
But yeah, he is. I've been. Walton Goggins has been fucking brilliant in this game. This film.
Yeah.
I've just in this show. It's just like it is just like it is so fun to watch to see him just like playing this character. Do you mean Ron Perlman doing an impression of Josh Brolin because that's what he sounds like he was fucking doing? It didn't sound like Ron Perlman. Neither did Jax think it was Ron Perlman. We both thought it was
Yeah,
Josh
yeah,
Brolin.
I was surprised. But yeah, as we then said, it actually kind of makes sense it being Ron Perlman because
war never changes.
he has been very much the voice of
Uh-huh.
Fallout for a very long time. Almost as long as he's been the voice of Hellboy.
I absolutely love the Kaiser's Legion now.
Yes, they did that all incredibly well.
I still love the. I love the
And I
the
was
actor that
so
plays Xander
happy to
Harkness
see,
though is amazing.
I was so happy to see Macaulay Culkin in something that you can't believe.
You know the best
And
bit.
if
You know
they
the
haven't,
By the way, he did that for free.
I mean,
He did it for free. By the way,
I,
he was like, "I want to be in this. Can I do? I'll do it for free." Okay.
I hope I hope they actually ended up paying him money and they've got him back for a bit more because I would love to see what has happened to him after that, story wise. And he was great. He was just good.
He was brilliant. I love him.
But yeah, so I'm all for more Macaulay Culkin.
I was so
In
happy
some
to see
form.
him. I was so happy to see him
Yeah.
in this. Just the deadpan face as well when he's looking at when she's like, they're discussing your in terms of your prima nocta. I love that entire bit. She's just calling them out on the fact that they completely misread what all of this shit is. Because
Right.
I love it.
Okay. Kaiser is German and you seem to be, you mean Caesar?
Yeah.
Yeah, just perfect. Absolutely perfect.
It was just, I love it. It's just completely correcting them and everything. And just the way he looks at her, and then next thing, sheds him on the cross. Just like, yep, I knew that was going to happen. But it was like, I love
Sorry,
this.
was it?
I love the fact that he just looks at her like, seriously. So it's like, yes, I love this guy. I'm like, I can't believe we got to see Macaulay Culkin in something, and it isn't like a Home Alone, a sad Home Alone
Joke.
sequel. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love him.
Or some sort of parody, yeah. Um,
He's been in a few films, like recent, few stuff in like the last few years.
I know he has. It's not something I ever catch other than the odd little bit. But yeah, it was just nice. I did get a chance to, and this was an odd one. I saw the end of a set of, Pizza Underground. Is that what they're called?
Yeah. Do you know the best bit is right? According to Culkin,
And by that I mean I saw them walking off.
So can I just say a little? I want to give you a little bit of trivia.
Yeah.
Trivia about Mr. Culkin. Right,
Okay.
he's familiar with Fallout setting even before the release of the TV series. As he frequently watched and listened to Fallout lore videos on YouTube, he would explain parts of the Fallout world while watching season 1 with his partner, actress Brenda Song. He just sat there explaining it to his wife while watching it with her. So
I completely understand.
I love him though. I still can't believe that he married Brenda Song of all people. I always forget that it's Brenda. I grew up on Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. She
I
played.
never watched it,
She
so
played
that's
London
fine.
from Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
Perfect. I never saw that, so that's been good.
She,
There's a reason I don't know you.
she's also in quite a few other stuff. You'd probably know her if you saw her face.
I mean, I have seen pictures of it. I just
Uh, she's in, but yeah, she's just. I love Brenda's song in The Sweet Life of Zack Cody and Sweet Life on Deck. It was such a good show. But yeah, I was also in Superstore as Kirsten for 2 episodes. Kristen for 2 episodes, and I was like, oh my god, it's Brent's song. I love London Tipton. She's just because like she plays being an idiot so fucking well, but she's not. She's fucking smart as shit in real life. But it's like I love how smart people can play idiots.
hmm
It's like it's funny. It's really funny. Easy for a smart person to play an idiot, but an idiot can't play a smart person.
oh, you'd be surprised. Been employed by a few.
You're not an idiot, Jax. You just think you're an
I
idiot.
said I've been employed by a few.
Oh, I was just in Station 19. I need to go watch that now.
Station 19. I do believe I watched that. That was a firefighter.
Yes, she's in The Quarry as well as Caitlin Carr.
Okay, yeah, that don't ring a bell. But no, I did watch Station 9, so I have seen something with her in. But good. As long as she's doing well in her career, I'm very happy.
Oh yeah. I know it's just because it's just like it's Macaulay Culkin and Brenda Song, and I'm like,
Yeah,
how did those two meet? It's just like, and I remember Home Alone was made before I was like watching that show, watching you know Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, because Sweet Life of Zack and Cody had Ashley
yeah.
Tisdale in it as well. I love Ashley Tisdale and I loved Brenda Song.
Um, I mean, yeah, they were. Home Alone was probably made a long time before Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
It was also made
In
before I was born,
fairness,
I think.
yeah,
But yeah,
I
enough
remember it coming out of cinema.
enough about me going on a tangent about other actresses and shit. I was like, I just find that funny that he's a massive fan of Fallout. That he basically walked on set, got fitted for his costume. What the first day, second day, filmed all his scenes. That was it. Didn't have much time.
Yeah, sometimes it works like that.
I think
Um,
it's because he was apparently doing something else. But yeah, in all serialness of the show, Fallout series is such a good show. Like I can't get over how well it's done. If that makes sense.
yeah, I didn't expect. I by any means, I didn't expect it to get the mainstream audience that it has had. I mean, I knew Fallout was a popular game,
Oh yeah.
um, because I mean, here's the thing: I was working as an entertainment specialist in Woolworths when the Xbox 360 came out and when Fallout 3 came out. Um, and it was quite an interesting time because I knew what Fallout was.
Yeah.
I had played it. And I had, I had, I had bought Fallout 4, Fallout 3, and I absolutely detested it. I couldn't. The controls didn't feel right to me. The mapping didn't feel right to me. None of it felt right to me. And I was sitting there one day, really annoyed about how bad the game played, whilst playing hours of Oblivion.
Uh
Work that one out. And
huh.
all of a
Well, I was
sudden,
playing Hours of Oblivion when all that Fallout 3 essentially was at the time, because this was before Skyrim, was Oblivion with guns.
right, yeah, and all it was, I was doing something in a cave, um, and all of a sudden, I was like, wait a minute, this is exactly the. And I was like, wait a minute, whoa, whoa, whoa. I literally, I paused in favour of the game, went over to Fallout. I was like, fuck me. Right, I had only playing that for like a year. Um, so yeah, but I remember like people, kids coming in and going, "What's this?" I was like, "Oh, it's Fallout." It's like it's a wasteland survival game, open world RPG. Like you give them the spiel and they buy it. And then I was selling this to so many civilians. I was like, there is something unique about this. Um, because these are not old Fallout players coming in. These are not older dudes coming in. These are people looking at the front cover of this game,
Mm-hmm.
which was bleak and dusty and dirty, and
Well, look,
going,
front cover of Fallout
"What the
3.
fuck is this?"
Fallout 3 was dunk dusty, but also you got forgetting the one vital thing about Fallout 3's case: the big Brotherhood of Steel in the T-45B power armor.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
It
I
was
mean, people were looking at that and they're going, "What?" And that's literally what people were doing. I mean, I worked in a place called Oxted, in particular. It was a very rich area. Kids were very, so pretty much a. I mean, many times it was after school. Some kid would come in, go, "Oh, I, I need to replace my Xbox because I've broken my last one, and here's the money." Oh, okay, here you go. Don't get mugged on the way home. Uh, so yeah, but they would come up and they literally be a case of they would literally come up to the desk with the case and go, "What's this?" Uh, Fallout, because it was just weird. Like no one knew what it was, but everyone seemed to want it, and we did sell out of it quite a lot.
you
I
know,
knew that
Tori, I
that
will
game
think
was
the
going to be
reason why that
special.
might have been the name attached to it. Because even like for me, I didn't go back and play Fallout 1 and 2 and Fallout
Yeah,
Tactics until after Fallout 3. Because
yeah,
I only got into Fallout after Fallout 3 because I bought Fallout 3 on the fact that it was a Bethesda game alone, and I'd played Oblivion and I'd played
yeah.
Morrowind. And I was like, I trust Bethesda. These are one of the few devs I like. So I bought the game on that off chance of it's a Bethesda game, I'll probably enjoy it. Now, Fallout 3, I enjoy Fallout 3. I dislike the gunplay in Fallout 3. New Vegas kind of fixed it when it came out with from Obsidian,
Yeah.
but it wasn't that good. Fallout 4's gunplay is really fun, and the reason why Fallout 3's gunplay is really bad is because Fallout 3's gunplay technically does the same thing that pisses me off about Morrowind, and I get pissed off when people say Morrowind's the best Elder Scrolls game.
It's not. It really isn't. But
It's
yeah, I know what you mean.
story wise, I'll give them that Morrowind has one of the better stories of an Elder Scroll game, right? And setting,
Yeah.
objectively, from a gameplay standpoint, Morrowind is the worst 3D Bethesda game.
Everything looks like it's made out of Play-Doh.
No, I'm about gameplay, it's purely gameplay. It is the
Oh, hang on,
worst.
fair enough. It feels like you're playing a game that was completely designed for Play-Doh.
Well, not just that, it feels like you're playing a game that was designed to be played as a turn based RPG. Because when I have swung my sword at someone in point blank in front of me, I do not expect a message to pop up,
I say
despite
missed.
say I missed, despite the fact that on my screen I hit the dude. I do not expect a dice roll every time I roll to hit, every time I swing to hit someone.
100%.
That's the one thing they fixed in Oblivion, that if you hit that that weapons became, if I swing and it hits on my screen, it hits. I no longer have that whole miss. Instead, they added durability. And Skyrim, I actually prefer that in Skyrim and in Fallout 4, technically, they got rid of the durability stat.
Mhm.
I don't mind them get simplifying certain shit like durability and stuff like that, because in my opinion, I'm playing these games like I don't play Fallout 4 for the main story. I don't play Skyrim for the main story.
Mhm.
I don't even play Oblivion anymore for the main story. I play them for the setting itself, the world they built. It is
And
the
Power Fantasy.
Yeah, the world they build is the bit I get immersed in. Like I play Skyrim, for example. When I play Skyrim, I have a mod installed called Live Another Life, which is basically where when you start, you pick like your starting stuff, like whether dragons exist, whether dragons don't exist, etc. Word walls are on or off and stuff.
Yeah.
And I like to sometimes I will just start as a merchant in a random city that just sells like animal furs, and live my life as literally someone who buys and sells like shit. And I will not do the main quests or any maids like quests. I'll just be a merchant and play the game for that whole little role play aspect of just doing that. You know what I mean? Of
Hmm.
where the only reason I know how to use a sword is that I know that occasionally bandits going to try and steal my shit on the road. That's the only thing. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I'll just play that game like that. And I'm like, I have fun doing that. I have fun with the power fantasy being the Dragonborn, I have fun with not being the Dragonborn. That's the thing about it. Is in all general genuineness about um, Skyrim and Fallout is that I just enjoy wandering about and being this random, being the being an actual random NPC. It's harder to do in Fallout 4 because Fallout 4 has got fully voiced characters. You know, obviously.
Hmm. Yeah, I do like that, and if I find it very I understand why some people are upset because it's two main reasons, especially the early days when the option you were given in text or the prompt you was given in text sometimes had nothing to do with what the voice message and the voice version was. And it almost was end up, or it was said in a different cadence than you
That
was
was Mass Effect that did
expecting.
that a lot of the time. Whereas Fallout was used Fallout and Fallout and Elder Scrolls. You didn't have a voice act for your character. Your character was silent protagonist, where you just had like the
Fallout,
sentence exactly what your character was about to say. You just picked
Fallout
it.
4 was when
They
you
added a
had the voiced protagonist, and there was a big issue there
Yeah, the big issue
when
was
they
the
did
other
that.
big issue was it was not only that one you didn't sometimes what you picked didn't reflect anything what you were picking. Two, there's objectively no way in that game to be a dick. Like
But
legit, there was lots
there was
of
loads of bits wrong with it, but yeah, they have kind of fixed a bit now.
yeah, but it's genuinely the only my major issue with Fallout 4 is that there is no way in Fallout 4 to be a cunt, like just to be an absolute asshole to everyone. The only way you've got Goody Two Shoes and Han Solo, if you get what I mean.
Yeah,
Like, I'll do it, but I'm going to be a little bit cocky about it and sarcastic about it. But that's about it. You don't have like a lot of time you don't have the option of pay me more and I'll do it. Like being an
mm,
arsehole and extorting people for shit. And I'm like, why the hell do I not have these options in Fallout 4? Because I've had them in every other game. And like, I get that you've done a voice actor character, but kind of if you're going to do it, give me the same level of options you give me in every other Fallout game. I will happily accept my character being a cunt. You know what I mean? Like other games that have got voice acting let me do that. Like some of Mass Effects, like with Renegade options, are straight up Shepard is an asshole. You know what I mean? Like the whole Krogan bit. When in Mass Effect 2, when which and anyone who's played Mass Effect 2 knows that Renegade prompt pops up. Even if you're playing a full Paragon run, you press the prompt. You talk too much. Shoots the pipe. Ha! See, the human can't even hit. And the other Krogan are running away as Shepard blows him up by blowing up the pipe. It's like,
you're
what?
back now, aren't you?
Oh, I am. I'm back.
Yes, you went silent for quite some time.
To you, not to anyone else.
I don't know. That's what I'm just checking the podcast for.
Because I can still see my voice being recorded. And it's still streaming on my screen. Cat, are you even in the chat?
Yes, I'm still here.
I don't know about Cat, but you. The
I'm just,
Cat left us.
yeah. But anyway, wait, have you gone again?
No, I'm still here.
Ah, good. Right. I've got worried there for a second. I was like, let me just check the stream again. I'm not wrong. Yeah. And that is kind of, like you say, kind of is the problem. I hope that's what you were saying, by the way, because a lot of it was
Yeah.
missing to me.
A lot of
That
I
you
was saying
can't
about
really,
the
yeah,
conversation being you can't be a dick. I want to be a dick in these games. There are
yeah,
times when I want to play an evil character, and other games that have voice acted characters let you be a dick. I was using the Mass Effect 2 scene as an example. The whole you can't shoot like the Krogan bit. The where he shoots the pipe under the Krogan and then blows him up,
yeah.
or the window bit when you get recruiting Thane of you can't shoot me. My guys are in the next room. Whoops. Like those are renegade prompts that no matter what, if I'm running a full Paragade run, I will press it if I have enough points.
Yeah. Oh, I get what you mean. Yeah.
Like
Um,
I want points where I can be a dick, but in Fallout 4 there is no way to do it. You are, I'm a good guy or I'm Han Solo, and I don't want to be Han Solo. I 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 want to be Han S I want to be the guy that goes, "Give me more money, or I'm going to let you die."
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe there should have been a bit more of a roguish element to it.
Yeah, it's just my major issue with Fallout with the with Fallout 4 is like it's the voice protagonist actually makes the game worse, and
Yeah. I
I
mean, that's what I was going to say. To an extent, there is only so much you can pay a voice actor to do, especially when it's so much cheaper to just use text, which they had been for so long. Um, and I mean, especially it wasn't something that majorly anyone was asking for either. So it's not like it would have been a big deal if they hadn't done it and just gave you more text prompt
oh yeah.
compared to style. You know, if you'd had like bad karma, for example, you could have a few more arsehole-ish. Actually, I think that is something that does happen in Fallout 4. It depending on your karma level, you get different things. So maybe you just needed to be an arsehole for a bit longer to get the arsehole options.
No, though someone data mined all of the chat, all of the stuff in it, and
Okay.
there is physically no options to be a dick, and it's kind of my biggest issue with Fallout 4 because I want like there are times in video games where I want to be the bad guy. Like I
Yeah.
want to objectively be like I played Tyranny. Tyranny is a game where you play as essentially you are the villain in the game. You're not the hero. You're the villain's big bad's henchman. Eventually, going to overthrow him. It's like whether you're going to overthrow him by being the opposite of him or being just like him, and it's just you're stronger than him. You're
Yeah.
better at instilling fear. And I was like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go full evil running this, and I'm like, I'm fully happy to play a full evil run. It's like Baldur's Gate 3. I will happily play a Dark Urge run in Baldur's Gate 3 as and just read all the evil options because it's fun to sometimes be the bad guy.
Well,
Like in almost everything, I don't.
oddly enough,
The problem I have with Fallout 4 is the main problem I have with the games. I love it, but I think the issue is it's not that um, the option is that it's basically good guy or lovable rogue. It's the fact they've taken away the option to be the bad guy. Not that I want to be a bad guy.
yeah.
It's that they're taking away the option to be the dick and to side with the bad guys and do the truly despicable stuff. So for some of the options, you know what I mean. Whereas Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas had those options. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, as I say, if you look, I talk about being a bad guy in Baldur's Gate 3. Um, I was watching a video, uh, and the exploit in this would be perfect for that kind of a gameplay. So the hardest or the highest level person you can fight in Baldur's Gate 3 is a character's like level 16 when you top out at level 12.
Yeah.
Um, and he's a particular bastard to fight because he has these three ghosts that keep boosting him up all the time. And in this particular area, he is a god. Um, but it turns out that if you have the ability to use improvised weapons, um, and you do something really sneakily, really fast, which is you quickly run up on him, you pick him up, and you fireman carry him away and drop him on the ground before your turn ends. He will then try to be. But if you start beating the shit out of him there, he doesn't get any of his assistances and is just basically a little bit more powerful than a guy in a room with a stick. Um, so if you're playing the villain, you could then do it like this. You run up to him, you pick him up, you drag him out into an alley where you and three friends kick the shit out of him.
Ah, it is.
Well, that's actually just works as doing the bad guy thing, right? We ain't going to do this for. We're going to drag you outside and just do you in an alley, you dick.
But yeah, in regards to
You've
it
got to love
though,
games like this.
it is one of those things. It's just
Did you cut up?
No, just in regards to it, it is one of those things. Is the only issue with Fallout 4, in my opinion, is legitimately that Fallout 4 is good game, but the main character that you play as kind of lets it down, which is why when I just ignored the whole site's quest for Sean bit. I just don't care about it. It's like I played through the storyline once. I sided with the Institute because I was like, you know what? Fuck it. These guys are actually got a point. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
These guys got a point. I like these guys.
they know what they're talking about. But other than that, I mean, yeah, I'm trying to get back to the main thing at hand. Um, we had, which was for that show. We had a very interesting situation going on with Cooper this episode.
Mm.
I was being stuck on a pole.
Yeah, of him
So
slowly turning like ah, and then going. That's
slowly going feral. It was pretty dark, actually.
yeah. It's, it also holds up to my theory of the drug we've been seeing isn't how ghouls maintain their humanity. It's like a last resort for ghouls that know they're going feral. That have to try and hold it off as long as possible. And I feel like
Yeah.
he's doing it because he knows it's his only choice unless he's trying to find his family, and that's what's driven him all these years, and he wants to find them. He knows they're alive now.
I mean, ghoulification is a nightmare because there's so many different things going on about that and so many unanswered questions. Um, I mean, like, why do some ghouls seem to die of starvation and yet one can live in a freezer since before the bombs dropped? Uh,
Oh
uh,
yeah.
like I say, I want to find out. I'm intrigued. I think we're going to find something very interesting out about that drug. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know why I'm getting um uh Soylent Green vibes, but I am.
He's got some ass jerky anyway. Remember?
He has got arse jerky.
I love the fact that
Um,
I love that scene. Ass jerky. It's just like, God damn it. Uh,
needs must.
I love the fact that I do love the whole descent of Lucy from, being a vault dweller as like this to actually slowly becoming a wastelander. Like I love this slow descent. Like not, like descent into being a bad guy.
No, just a descent into being part of the world that she's actually now a part of,
Mm-hmm.
which is quite interesting because, like, I mean, quite honestly, up until now, it's been she's been trying to impose her vault life on the world, especially in the first season.
Yeah,
Uh,
and now
and in the second
she's
season, we're seeing
her.
the world impose itself on a vault dweller.
Yeah, we're
Um,
seeing the world basically slowly start to not so much corrupt her, but sort of make her realize that yeah, the world's not going to work like up here. Doesn't work like that up here.
her naivete is taking a toll on her.
Yeah,
Um,
especially today's episode. The whole thing of that happened in this episode, the Legionnaire and the NCR dude that she met earlier, because that's the guy from the outpost from
yeah,
before, and
yeah.
she met earlier. And the fact of the matter is that they were, you know, going. The Legionnaire was trying to kill. I love that the Legionnaire was trying to kill him with a ball hammer. If you noticed,
Uh,
not an
it
effective
wasn't.
weapon.
No, it wasn't. If you actually look, it wasn't a ball hammer. It was a large paper staple, the ones that you actually then punch down on to go for a big stack. If you then look at his head, all
Uh-huh.
across his head, he's got the big, thick, 1 inch paper staples
No, but the
straight
fact that
across his
it's, I
head.
think that yeah, but I'm on about the fact that he was using a ineffective weapon. I
Yes.
think is actually an ineffective weapon in the game. It's like, that's actually a shit weapon in the game, and you've made it, and it's actually shit here. Like, so many people try to apply real world shit to Fallout. Go, oh no, this and this. I'm just sat there going, it's based on a video game. Stop trying to apply real world shit to the video game. To this TV series based on a video game. The Fallout world
Yeah,
is weird and wacky and has Lovecraftian entities in it as well as all these radiation born shit.
I mean, not only that, you can find in Fallout, I think it's Fallout 4 with perks and a little bit of RNG magic and all of those other random things that just sometimes align in the right spot. You can find a gun that shouldn't exist at all in your Fallout game. And it's basically a pistol that fires Fat Man.
Mm-hmm. There's also
So
it's also come. I'm sorry.
and
I look at when they find Area 51, how they're not fussed about. They find the cryo fridge, the cryo freezer that's working. And I love the fact
yeah,
there's a Zeta alien in there,
that was
and they just
funny.
throw it out. Like it's nothing. They don't care that it's an alien. They just
It's,
throw the Zeta reticulate out.
and they're like, wow, throw it out, a working icebox. It's like, oh my god.
I love it. Also, the fact that you don't notice two of the guys playing a plasma grenade. But not just that, there was someone like
Yeah,
when he walks past, this guy inventorying an alien blaster. Like it's just like, oh shit.
yeah.
I love it because it's like we know aliens exist in
But what
Fallout. We had a whole DLC about them in Fallout 3. Is it Fallout? It's Fallout 3 with Mothership Zeta, isn't
yeah.
it? Like, because they're one of the best DLCs.
Mothership Zeta.
It's one of the best DLCs in Fallout 3.
Now, Mothership Zeta though does come under a weird enough part of what we discussed earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Does actually bring it out as part of a weird thing.
That's if you choose to blow. Okay, 1 second. The stream apparently has gone down for a second. OBS is reconnecting. My internet is having issues today. We apologise if the stream dipped for a second there. Because Uranium Fever has gone and got me down. But yeah. Sorry, what were you saying, Jax?
Bastard. I was saying many things. Yeah, no, the canonicity of Mothership Zeta is a bit up in the air.
I want
So
to.
we can really only go with the actual main game appearances. But we know they exist. We know they're about.
Yeah.
So.
Well.
I would love. I mean, honestly, I would say I would love an episode involving the Zetans. Actually, no, I don't think I do. I think
they're best kept to just the games.
Them.
Leave them just to the games because the Zeta Replicants are. We know they were going to invade the Earth right before the war fucking broke out originally. That's the funny part.
The only thing that I think we should have any dealings with in the show is the weird humans that are using Zeta radiation for telepathy. I would love to explore a bit more of that.
I would agree.
Because there's been a couple of instances of humans using Zeta and shit.
I'm just going to check something because our stream has gone down.
Oh no.
Only on Twitch though. Great.
Because there's been a couple of instances. Okay. That is interesting.
Also, you're going to hear yourself twice at a certain point because I had to mute myself on. But apparently on Twitch we've gone down. We are still live on YouTube. If you are watching on YouTube, I apologise. You're fine. The VOD will be on YouTube as normal, so it's not a problem in this situation. It just seems Twitch has gone down on us. But
I would. Interesting because we are apparently.
We are what, Jax? Oh no, Jax has died. My internet's dying. No,
yeah, I've not died. I'm still here. I was just checking.
I can see the chat.
I was just checking Twitch. We were working.
Oh,
no, we have just gone down again.
Yeah, my Twitch is.
I was looking at YouTube like an idiot. Sorry. No, we are down on Twitch.
Yeah, Twitch is for some reason gone down. I only know it's gone down because it just says I'm offline and it's telling me to watch a video. So I've just put a chat in the Twitch chat as well to say that the YouTube that Twitch has gone down, YouTube is still up. But yeah, uh, yeah. But there's also you said about the Canada bit about Zeta Reticulans. Um,
And
the
back.
that is optional to blow up Canada though.
Yeah, it's true.
So they just have the DLC is fine for being canon because it's just oh cool. That's the
The
thing about.
safety of all of us and the alien race, you probably should.
But I absolutely love. I'm gonna probably we're gonna end the podcast a bit early because we're having a bit of problems. We're still streaming on YouTube, but we apologise. We will end it a little bit earlier than normal today. But I am gonna say is that Fallout the series better than I expected. Deathclaw made me so happy. It was. I actually thought it was a Deathclaw that was going to pick him up. By the way, when
I did too. And
first
I thought my idea of intelligent death calls was actually being brought to full fruition.
no, but also it made me so happy though when I heard the super mutant speak, and I was like, it's the first generation super mutant. It's intelligent. It can speak properly, and I'm like, I was kind of hoping that when we saw its face, it would be blue, not green.
Yeah.
I wanted a Night Stalker. I'm not lying. Not gonna lie. I really want to see a Night Stalker. I would have loved if it was a Night Stalker one.
Oh, give us some time.
But I am so happy we finally got a super mutant and they're intelligent, and it makes me happy because I'm not gonna bloody lie. The fact we got the intelligent super mutant in the show, is a big win.
Yeah, I agree. Absolutely agree.
Oh yeah.
I didn't. I honestly, when I found out we were getting um death claws this season, I thought we weren't going to be getting super mutants at all.
We got one in the
Well,
first season, if you pay attention, by the way.
we got an arm.
Yeah, and I
Not
mean,
really. I mean,
not a
yeah.
full one. We got an arm at least. We knew that they were, you know, that we at least got. We knew that they were there. We know they existed at least. That they weren't fully wiped out. But I was kind of happy that. We also got Novak, though the dinosaur changed direction. By the way,
I didn't notice.
the dinosaur's facing the wrong way in this. When she's in the dinosaur, it's facing towards the pool where it should be facing away from it.
Maybe they moved the pool. Think about that.
No, Starlight. Yeah, Vault 24 was the cut vault from you know, what's it called? Vault 24 is the cut vault from Fallout, New Fallout in Vegas.
Vegas. Yeah.
But I was so happy to see the super mutant.
Me too. Yeah. I can't wait to see where that takes us. To be honest, because I am intrigued.
I am intrigued to see where it leads us as well, because it's like,
He's obviously a leader of some sort of religious order. Well, I say obviously, it's what it looked like to me.
so what some people are wondering if Thaddeus is turning into and not a soup, because the thing is, it affects everyone differently.
Everyone mutates differently, yes.
Yeah. Some
Well, not
people are
everyone,
wondering
but
if
some people mutate.
Bethesda's giving us our new Harold, since Harold technically died in Fallout 3. And he was in every game prior to Fallout 3.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about earlier, though. When they were talking about this super mutant, talk about his new home and things. I'm wondering if that is where we're going to get Harold, and his plant-based thing is doing something.
Well, remember at the end of Fallout 3, the plant is sort of trapped Harold. He's stuck in Fallout 3. Yeah. Remember, he can't move anymore.
But it depends on what the player does to the root. Will depend on what happens to him. But then we don't know what happens from after that. You could have killed him off, and all of a sudden it was just a mutation, and he's almost like a seed. Mm-hmm. He's regrowing again.
Or you spread the green.
Yeah, kind of a bit like a Swamp Thing.
Yeah, I genuinely love. I love the fact that we got Harold back in Fallout 3. I loved seeing him. I'm not gonna lie. I was genuinely happy with seeing. Genuinely happy with all the stuff we saw.
What was great is that his old pessimism has fully come into play. and the little thing on his head is fully turned him into a rooted tree.
Oh, okay. So Todd officially confirmed in the interview that Shady Sands was nuked after Fallout New Vegas. Because the
There we go.
chalkboard for Shady Sands had the date as 2277, which is before Fallout New Vegas,
Yeah,
basically. Which wouldn't make sense, but no, it was nuked after it.
fair enough. I mean, that makes sense to me. Oh well, I think that's about as much as
Jonathan
we can
Nolan
buzz on
jokingly
about.
referenced the controversy about the Shady Sands thing, right?
Yeah.
The best is set to reach the best adaptation at the Video Game Awards in December 2024, saying thank you to Fallout New Vegas fans for not burning his house down. He also teased New Vegas Revenge Season 2 by saying that fans be glad they did not do so. I was happy seeing New Vegas at the end of the first season. Like, we're going to New Vegas, baby. We're going to my favorite Fallout.
I mean, yeah, it's not my favorite, but I definitely loved it. And yeah, it was really nice to actually see it get some love
Yeah,
from
because
actual professional people.
especially Bethesda fucked them over with it. With the whole it didn't get enough higher score on Metacritic, so they didn't get their Obsidian didn't get
Yeah,
their bonus, and that still pisses me off to this day. Bethesda, fix the situation.
because that was because like at the end of the day, it kind of done what it needed to do,
Yeah.
And over time, it has definitely made its money and its score.
Oh yeah, and I feel like what the Obsidian probably were doing with why if you pay attention to like New Vegas Destroy, it's all self-contained. None of it would affect the wider Fallout universe on purpose. I feel like what
Yeah,
they were trying to do in that game was essentially tie up all the stuff that was from their Fallout, from Fallout 1 and 2, because they're Obsidian's the ones who
yeah,
made the
makes
original bit.
sense.
Was basically here's a tie over. This is our stuff all finished. So all of our stuff's finished. The Bethesda can do what they want to any of these factions that we made now because their story's done.
Yeah,
This is what we've done. The story we wanted to do with them, and I think that's what Fallout New Vegas essentially was for them. This is our send off to all of our version of um
completely. I know. Yeah, it is their legacy series, as it were. You know what I mean?
oh yeah.
All right. Well, with that in mind, I think we should say goodbye to these lovely people that are here.
I do too. Anyway, like, subscribe. We will be back. I'll be back on Sunday, streaming as per normal. We will also be live on Twitch and YouTube, providing we fix the internet issues in 2 weeks' time with another episode, discussing probably more Fallout for most of the episode because currently that's kind of what we're on at the minute. We're on the Fallout stuff, and the
Yeah,
series is coming out. Um, but we may also discuss some of Wonder Man because that comes out next week. So
definitely be watching that.
I'm already
Massive
I've
fan
already
of comic
like
comic book characters, so I
I've
will happily be watching it.
oh yeah, I'm happily watching. I'm also incredibly excited for Doomsday after seeing all 4 teaser trailers.
Yeah, stories.
Yeah, teaser stories.
Oh, stories. They're not teasers. They're stories. Weirdly, might as well talk about while we're here. Someone, I think once ago, I think it's Ryan Airy. I think again, did a whole thing where they put them together,
Hmm.
back to back, and yeah, there is a narrative weirdly running through the whole lot. Um, and story beats that go through, so it is almost like a call and receive. Um, and there is a great bit in it where they go through the whole of the Thor um, like at the Thor story where he's praying to the All Father,
Hmm.
you know, to give him the ability to go back to her. Then the next, literally, as soon as that's done, it cuts into the X-Men one, like how it's meant to, and it is um, Magneto saying that death comes for us all. I was like, oh, that is chilling. If you actually once you put these things in order, they're kind of telling you what's about to happen. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, you
This is
want to get
Doomsday.
back.
So people are going about. I will say one thing on this. People keep going Sophie Turner for Jean Grey, and I'm like, and then someone put out a nice thing. Why Jean Grey when if we're going to have the mutant saga and we're having the mutant show up, what if we have the mutant saga showing up at the point after M Day? And
Uh,
it's in the reason the mutants aren't here is M Day has already happened. That's why they've not been talked about because they're this endangered thing, if you know what I mean. And have instead of her being cast as, um, Jean Grey, cast her as Hope, the first mutant
I
born after M Day.
I think that is what we're getting here. I think this is
I think that's what we're going to
definitely.
get. I'm hoping that because it would be perfect. You have Hope that basically being brought into the world, and the point of Hope is Hope's the one that reintroduces the X gene back to humanity.
Well, no, the reason I
Triggers
say
it.
that is because a lot of what we're seeing at the moment is
Mhm.
it seems to be a lot around children, a lot around
Mhm.
legacy of these characters. So I'm thinking that it is all going to be around these kids going missing or something Doom doing something to them.
Oh yeah.
Um, and we're going to then see the outcome of that in some manner.
Anyway, I believe we're going to get the Spider-Man trailer in a couple of weeks or so as well for the next Spider-Man movie.
Oh, cool.
Brand new day.
That would be nice.
But yeah. Anyway, I will say like, subscribe, give us a watch, follow. VODs as always are on YouTube, not on Twitch for these episodes for the podcast. Feel free to watch us and follow us on Twitch as well. That the link is in is not in the description. Sorry, the link is on the YouTube channel. Go ahead, follow us on Twitch, follow us on YouTube. I stream every Sunday myself. Jax doesn't, but I do. But I'm going to say au revoir, Jax. You can say au revoir and say
Uh,
goodbye.
I will. I will say Nespa.
Okay,
I don't know what that means. I've
goodbye,
heard it once in a
Jax.
French class. See you later. All right, cool.
I'm just stopping the stream a minute. It's just taking a while.
Oh, good.
I don't.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I got kicked out of the chat and everything at one point.
Yeah, I was nothing. I'm not downloading anything or anything. Like literally, my Steam is deliberately set to not download unless I tell it
Yeah,
to. Like it doesn't. It's set to have like a specific download window where it's allowed to download stuff without me telling it, and that's 2
yeah,
a.m. to 6 a.m.
yeah.
But
Oh,
yeah, I've told it to stop. It's not stopped the stream. Oh great.